Okay, so let's see which one of these 7 characters we're going to build. There you have it. It's going to be Bobo the Clown. Now let's watch the video.
Welcome to my gym. I'm going to pump you up.
Welcome to Joe's Barber Shop. I'm Joe.
Hello, Earthling. Take me to your supreme leader.
Hello. Welcome to my beauty salon.
Hello and welcome. Come in, my friend.
Hi, my name is Bobo. Welcome to the circus.
Wow, I look pretty hot compared to all those other characters.
Okay, so let's jump right in. First, I make a rectangle whenever I'm making a new character. I start off by making the ears first, and I do that by pulling on the nodes. After that, I make the chin by clicking and pulling down, and then the head the same way by clicking and pulling down, but I widen up the node a little bit so that he has a head. I add some color, and I'm also going to make the edge a little bit darker so that there's a little bit of contrast when we put him on the body. Next, I'm going to create some detail for the ears, and I do that by creating a black line, and then I change the opacity to somewhere between 30 and 50%. And by doing that, it takes on the color of what's underneath. I duplicate it and put it on the opposite ear after turning it over, flipping it horizontally. Next, I'm going to make the eyes, and I'm going to start off first is with the eyelids, and I'm going to do it all in one giant object by making a triangle shape, and then I'm going to pull the two sides up to make it look like eyelids, and I'm going to make the bottom round as well. Now I'm going to hide the line, and I'm going to change the color so it's slightly darker than the skin so you'll be able to see the eyelids. Next, I'm going to use a circle to make the eyeballs. So I'm going to size it down to the size that I need. And I'm going to put it where I need to have it. I'm going to make it white. And then I'm going to position it underneath the eyelid. And I'm going to copy it and move it under the other eyelid. So now I have the two eyeballs. Now I'm going to clone the eyeball and I shrink it down, and I'm going to give it a blue color for the pupil. And then I'm going to clone that and put it under the other eyeball and position it in the right place. So now both of the pupils and the eyeballs are done. Next, I'm going to make the nose, and the nose I do by just making a straight line and then adding a node to the center and pulling down on it. And the nose can be almost any shape you want. I'm going to start sculpting the nose out here. And once I have the nose close to a shape that I like, I'm going to do the same thing that I did for the ear details. I'm going to make the nose lines black, And then I'm going to turn down the opacity to anywhere between 50 and 30%. And that's going to be it for the facial details. We don't have to worry about a mouth because the mouth is going to be used by the um, emoticon, or the emoji, I should say, mouth. And I'm going to show you how to do the 3D mouth that I use in a lot of my videos. So here we've made his hair. And all we need to do now is go in and just finalize it. And I'm going to put some curve in it. And he's got a little bit of a Elvis sideburns going on here. And there we go. That's his hair. So now I'm going to go in and add some color to his hair. And there you have it. Now we'll make some final adjustments to the hair and to the sideburns. And Bobo's face is almost ready. Just going to give him a unibrow. And the unibrow will be the same color as his hair. And his unibrow is done. Like I said, the mouth we don't need because we're going to be using the emoji mouths on this. So the next thing we need is to bring in the emoji. We're going to size him and rotate him a little bit so that he's close to what we need. And we're going to change the color of his skin to match that of the character we made. Now I'm bringing in a circle that we're going to use for masking. And we're going to make it just a little bit bigger than his mouth. And we have to make it black so that when we actually track mat it, it'll actually show. And we're going to add a feather effect to the circle, but sometimes it's hard to position just the right place. So we're going to have to try this again. I'm going to feather it. We're going to try to drop it right in there, and there we go. I'm going to feather the edges, and by feathering the edges, it makes it harder to see the difference between the mouth of the character and the mouth of the emoji. The two of them blend in together better. Finish positioning the mouth where we need it. And there we go. Now we're going to group the two of them together so that when we resize the head, everything resizes together. And when we move it around, now we're going to go in and find a body for Bobo. And it looks like the first one that we saw is probably going to be the best one. So we're going to go up and grab that one. And we're going to put it into the video. And all we have to do is just position it correctly. And it looks like there was a little bit of an issue there. So we're going to go in and fix that. And it just seems that the different layers were not all starting at 0. So we're going to pull those all over to the left. And I like to leave stuff like this in so that you can see the kind of issues that you could come up against and how to fix them. And there we go. So now we're going to adjust the anchor point for the head so we can make the head swing back and forth. And you do that by going into motion, select loop, rotation, and swing. And I believe I used 7% and 3 rotations for the for Bobo's head swing. Just the size. Now we're going to go in and find a background for Bobo. And this one here looks good. So we'll download that and we'll bring it in and size it correctly. And there we go. Now Bobo has a background. So the last thing to do is to add Bobo's voice. So we've already created the voice. I'm just going to download it to the timeline. And then I'm going to right click and I'm going to sync it to the emoji mail. And I'm going to test it out just to make sure it's okay. And I can see that it looks pretty good. The lips are staying within the confinement and the voice sounds good.
Hello, once again, my name is Bobo. I hope you will like and subscribe to this channel. I can't wait to see what you create. Until next time, keep on animating. The more you practice, the better you'll get.